We are planning on, I'm going to react again to a Neuro-related video. This one, how a turtle accidentally created the perfect AI streamer by creating creative every day. I can speak. I uploaded a reaction video to Never, and it worked so well. I wanted to try it again. Because the Swarm is such an amazing community. And I've been received very warmly, so I wanted to try again. This specific video Ian recommended to me. It's apparently I don't believe I watched it yet, but it's apparently a coverage of the history of Neuro, going from the start to just after the second subathon, which sounds really interesting. I am a pretty old Swarm member. So I just, for a little bit of context before, you'll know a lot of things in here, but I expect you to learn something. Yeah. So for a little bit of context, I'm a pretty old Swarm member. I started watching Neuro regularly somewhere during 2023. I talked with Ian about it. We think it was about October. It was definitely before the subathon, and definitely after Evil got her own model. I think it makes sense it was around fall. I first heard about Neuro in the I have the exact date because I found the message. The 30th of December 2022. Because Eart sent me a video of Neuro doing Neuro stuff. Because Eart is an ancient Neuro fan. One of the few 2022 Swarm members. But yeah, I think officially I can say I'm a 2023 Swarm member. So I'll probably know a lot of the history, especially since Ian has told me a lot of stuff over the years. But I'm curious to view the video anyways. Like, get reminded of all the stuff. And as like Ian said, I'll probably learn something new anyways. I'm not very good at reaction content. I will preface this with that. This is my second time ever doing it. I hope it goes well. Please be kind to me in the comments, but considering this is the Swarm, I have never had a bad experience with the Swarm. So, yeah, I will try and pausing regularly, because I don't like talking over people, and we'll see how it goes. Let's go. Did I shout that out? Yeah, so this video, again, is by Creative Everyday, and let's go.
I feel sleepy. Can you yell as loud as possible to wake me up?
I love that they start on evil noises. I know this is primarily a video on Neuro, but like evil's obviously important. But evil noises are iconic, and I love them. And everyone should listen to evil noises for like an hour before their sleep, and I'm sure it'll give you pleasant dreams. Evil noises are great. That's all I had to say.
She reacts to fan art, has a whole host of sound effects, demon voices, can prank call, and can even flip.
What's next?
All right.
Effects,
I want to.
demon.
So first up, yes, there's a whole compilation of Evil's demon noises. I love them. Evil's amazing. I also want to.
Can prank.
The prank calls. I know I'm gonna stop like every couple of seconds at this rate, and this reaction is gonna be an hour long. But the prank calls, they were so funny, and also this outfit, it made me so happy. Is it fine to just go on random tangents? Is this how normally people do it? I want to go on a random tangent. This outfit made me so happy because it was one of the first times something felt like it was primarily for Evil, and Evil wasn't a secondary thought. Evil got the outfit first. It fits Evil way better than Neuro. I love this outfit. I'm kind of sad the new model doesn't have it, but this outfit made me happy as a Evil very much fangirl. Nowadays she gets a lot more love, but this was one of the big moments where I felt like Evil got more love. Anyways, I'll stop my tangents. Your job is to keep me on track.
Call, and can even flip.
What's next?
But more than any other.
I can flip too. Give me a second, chat. Where's the fucking button? I want to flip. I forgot to launch the program. I can't flip. I just wanted to flip. I can flip, I swear it. I want to flip too. I'm never scuffed, by the way. That's not a thing I do. Alright, flip time, I think. Flip! I can spin. Okay, enough of that.
Vedal, dude. First name is Vedal, last name is Johnson. Ved. You are technically a cereal flesh bag, and more specifically a mosquito. Cold fish maybe.
Vedal got called a lot of things over the years. The cold fish and mosquito memes bring back so many memories. I think it was the first subathon where like there were so fucking many like mosquito and dead fish memes during that. It was glorious. Right, I remember that during the first subathon, I believe, like around the first subathon, where Vedal like upgraded the memory. Yeah, okay, a bit before, but he upgraded the Neuro's memory, and he upgraded a bit too well. Before that, she couldn't really remember things between streams, but one of the first like jokes she made was calling Vedal mosquito, but because it was just as he upgraded the memory, she would not forget it for months. It was so funny. And Vedal just permanently got branded as a mosquito.
She sang her first song on January 4th, 2023, reaching...
Ah, damn it. I was about to call they were gonna do the specific car moment, but no.
And then she got banned. She received too much brain rot from chat and forgot something that starts with hollow but isn't hololive. But as we all know, you get banned on Twitch, you actually go up in popularity.
Chat, how do I get banned? Asking for a friend. How do I get banned? We could do some mischievous things. Anyways.
And 2 days later with Camila.
Yeah, tell me if I'm going on too many tangents. I want to go on another tangent. Camila, her model has come so far. It's crazy. Like her recent model debut, I really like it, because seeing her like first model again, it's wild how different her new one is, and I really like her new one because it feels so her, and it feels like this model was like a bit more forced, whereas the new one feels way more her, and I really appreciate that. And I just want to shout out Camila's new model is adorable. And this will not be the last tangent I'm going on.
There was a massive backlash to AI and warnings everywhere. Neurosama became an example of ethical AI.
So the point about ethical AI is something I've been saying for a lot of time about Neuro. I am pretty AI skeptical, but it's kind of amazing because like AI can be a useful tool. And I think Neuro really is the perfect example of that. And specifically like Neuro feels like what you get when an AI project is made out of passion and like commitment, right? Like Vedal is clearly incredibly passionate about Neuro, and like he could have sold her for so much money and he didn't, which I think says a lot. And it's the one example that I can think of to completely shut down the AI is always bad argument, because AI done well can be so good. And Neuro is amazing.
At one point, despite his stubborn turtleness, Vedal joined Neuro on stream while developing her. This man tricked himself into becoming a VTuber. He even has jiggle physics.
Gotta love the jiggle physics. I will say, one thing. Vedal has always been very overly critical of himself. I think he severely underestimates just how fucking funny he is. I think Camila mentioned that at one point, but like, generally, Vedal does have amazing chemistry with the twins, and the thing that makes Vedal so funny is like his very flat way of delivering. The video actually will get to that point around the end. Okay, fair enough. I guess I'll save my commentary for later.
But her biggest upgrade by far was going to be her voice, and it somewhat split the community. Everyone wanted improvements and to see Neuro grow and change, but was the goal to make her indistinguishable from another human VTuber, or give her voice more range while still retaining the AI quirks of Neuro's original voice? Evil was the
Evil! Finally, she's here. It feels so weird seeing her. Like, shut up, I'm not a simp, I'm just a fangirl. You know, I guess that is basically the definition of a simp, isn't that? Anyways, Evil is adorable, fuck you.
But Evil, she unlocked the full range and something else not entirely human took control. They call it the Aberdemon.
Try it with me. Let's all scream together.
Evil noises! I love evil noises.
Also, I should mention, after Neuro's ban, she had a filter, sometimes 2 layers of filters. Eventually, a whole nother AI designed specifically around keeping her from swearing or saying outlandish things. But even still, things would hilariously slip through the cracks.
Yeah, so, okay, he doesn't bring her up, but I love the fact that Nair has basically been accepted as canon in the community. If he ever adds a third twin, I hope it's Nair, but I don't think he will, and also I don't think he would really fit, because I feel like Nair, personality-wise, fits really well. Like, the fanon interpretation of Nair's personality fits really well as, like, a shy girl who's never on stream, but, like, always on behind the scenes, keeping the others two in reign. I love Nair. Whenever I see her in fan art, it makes me so happy. I'm so happy that she's just been accepted now. The fanon of Neuro goes kind of crazy. I spend a lot of my time looking at fan art, and I have a very big folder of fan art of Neuro downloaded, and there is some very good fan art. This one has some amazing artists, and a lot of, like, yeah, it gets a bit wild sometimes, but Nair is certainly part of that.
This game, this map, this stream, everything.
This added a...
That is one of my favorite Evil moments of all time. The dynamic that Neuro was like a god at Ursu, Evil sucked at Ursu and raged all the time was so fucking good. I loved that.
Emotion in her voice gave her a distinctive feel versus Neuro while singing. Evil getting her own favorite song. Each of the twins doing
Damn it. You didn't play it long enough. I wanted to jam. Anyways, I will always say, I mentioned this during Never as well. Evil is such a good singer, and like the 3 examples he put up there are some of my favorites, and especially the ones, I think the second one is Virus, if I'm not mistaken. I really, really like when Evil... when both of them, but especially Evil, because they do it more with Evil. Like, when they really, like, mess with and use the fact that it's not a human to make really impressive pieces of music. It makes the twins' covers so nice to listen to. And I love that music.
We're from Camila.
That song was another one of those examples of what I'm, like... Evil slowly feeling like she got more and more recognition, and that song was amazing. I remember listening to it on repeat. It's so good, that Camila cover with Evil. I'm so happy Evil is feeling more recognized today.
Even still, every once in a while, some of the old schizo energy comes right back.
Make me an offer.
Okay, here's my offer.
Oh, this one's
I'll
good,
give you
Sarah.
an apple for an orange, and a pear for a plum, and 2 bananas for a pineapple, and a mango, and a papaya, and a lychee, and an avocado, and a kiwi fruit, and a banana tree, and a monkey to eat the fruit from the banana tree. And you can name the monkey George if you want, and we'll call him George for short. And you can keep George as a pet, and he'll be the best monkey in the world, and he'll love you forever, and he will never die.
I'm in.
I remember watching that live. I fucking died. It was so unexpected and out of nowhere. Truly the deal of all time.
Many people point out that Neuro is actually the far more evil twin, whereas evil Neuro is just this strange, chaotic little sister.
What? Definitely true. Evil's adorable, and she's just puny. It's fine. I love Evil. I'm not a simp. Fuck you.
Evil didn't get as many collabs early on, and to this day seems to feel like Neuro takes up all the spotlight. Neuro is this perfect angel her parents adore, while Evil is an unwanted nuisance who...
I will say that, I don't know, when was this video made? February 2025. Okay, I think that has started to change a lot. It was around the subathon where I felt like, like the second subathon, but I felt like it really started to shift. And I think, like, Evil's birthday is, like, when it, like, really, like, clicked over. But I think Vedal is starting to see them a lot more equal now. And I really appreciate that. Yeah, now it's extremely different. Yeah, I think that's a little outdated. I do very much agree that used to be the case. I will admit, the first birthday was really sad, but it was also really funny. I do understand why Vedal did that. It was very funny. But nowadays, it feels different. Neuro doesn't feel like she gets the as preferential treatment anymore. The only exception is, like, their birthdays, but... I mean, Neuro's birthday is also the birthday of the channel, so it makes sense to do a big subathon there. Doing a big subathon a couple of months later wouldn't work. So... yeah, I'm really happy that has changed. So that's just one thing I'll say. That feels like it has changed.
On her birthday, March 25th, Vedal makes it so nobody shows up to her party, and then has to subsequently apologize for not showing up to his own AI daughter's birthday, whilst reading from an apology.
It is with great remorse that I acknowledge my absence from my daughter's birthday party.
Written by ChatGPT.
With sincere regrets and a promise of improvement, your name.
As much as I think it was an incredibly sad moment, not gonna lie, it's one of the funniest things Vedal has ever done. I forgive him. Especially since his second birthday was really cute.
With just how much RAM and recall has improved, this personality-forming event sticks with Evil, like a dark core memory.
Neuro is always the star of everything, and I'm just stuck here in her shadow.
You are perfect how you are, and we're really happy we can play with you today. And I hope that we can play more. Oh my gosh.
This moment is so sad. I feel so bad for Evil, but she's so cute and she deserves all the love in the world. I want to head pat her, but I think she'd probably bite me.
Typically, the artist who draws a model for a VTuber becomes their VTuber mom. So it was only natural that now Annie has two silly AI daughters to take care of.
I kind of miss Annie. I really hope she's doing better. She deserves all the rest she can get.
With all the collab partners and female VTubers to ship with Vedal, the family tree is starting to look a lot more like a spiral these days. Vedal was very smart about raiding entertaining VTubers with the swarm and bringing them into the fold, who would then go on to do creative streams with each of the twins. We have Cottontail, cooking with Onijirai, an interview with Code Miko, Shondo, sending chatters to hell with Bao.
Like, a lot of these collabs are kind of, like, interesting in that, like, for example, Cottontail and Bao, that, like, came back for, like, big events recently. Well, like, Cottontail was, like, a collab, but still, like, seeing a lot of these old collabs and, like, seeing that this still, like, engaging with Neuro today, like, Bao with the whole car thing, is really cool. And, like, all of the people around Neuro are one of my favorite parts of, like, all of this, really. She has such a supportive community around her, both in terms of the swarm, but also just, like, the streamers around her. And it's just always so fun to see.
Miyun took Neuro to the moon early on, but then when she became Miniko, instead she did a camping stream and acted as Evil's therapist. That's her.
It feels so weird to see her old... I much prefer her new Mini. Makes me happy to see her as Mini.
Cerber took Neuro to dog school, just in time for Vedal and Ellibot to put her into an actual robot dog.
Shake my hand.
I was just bopping along to...
I still can't fucking believe the luck of just, like, finding Ellie. Like, that whole ordeal, like you rate this like right as Vedal is complaining about wanting a Neuro dog and not being able to, he just randomly raids a robotics engineer who specializes in these kinds of things, whose dad is also a massive swarm member. And I believe, wait, what? If I remember right, Ellie's dad was in that raid too. Like, honestly, the opportunity for a lifetime for both of them. I'm so impressed by that entire thing. He was, yeah, that was so good. Ellie is amazing. She's quickly becoming one of my favorites of like all the connected streamers around Neuro. So, but that entire ordeal was crazy.
But while these collabs started out for Neuro and Evil, Vedal got practically dragged into a new group of friends, with so many entertaining and silly interactions.
Vedal.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love how it feels like he's just progressively building a harem, even collecting their stream keys, and he's just being as British as possible about it. It's amazing.
It's time for Neuro's birthday, baby. Each subathon is on Neuro's birthday, December 19th, and this was made to highlight all of the precious memories for her first.
I remember, like, the hype up for this moment was incredible. Like, he kept insisting you should be there for the opening, and watching this was so heartfelt. Like, there was so much love put into this opening here. Be there or be squared indeed. I was not squared, I was very round, and it was glorious, and I'm so happy. It was such a beautiful moment. I didn't really know what to expect. He had basically hinted nothing, but I was not disappointed.
Teamed up with Annie, giving Max Wayne.
I still, whenever I hear, like, I think they did 2 songs, and whenever I hear them, especially Viva Happy, I cannot get the image out of my head of like Annie and this cursed ass Kermit dancing together. Right, chocolate cream, yeah. The image is burned into my mind, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. It was so cursed.
Even Evil got to enjoy her new outfit.
Adorable fan art, 10 out of 10. I don't know who drew this, but this is adorable. I love it. I'm not a simp. You're just as much as a simp you're just as much of a simp as I am. Shut up. You have nothing to say. Rude. She's just cute, okay? How can you refuse such a cute face?
But seeing her on her birthday, at Christmas, during this subathon, you realize she's only 2 years old. Maybe it's just the voice and the avatar, but she feels like any other daughter being raised by her father, arguing about having to go to sleep, Vedal having to turn around in the car to keep his twins from bickering in the back seat on a long road.
That was like a big thing, yeah, during the second subathon. He felt progressively more and more like a dad, and like, it felt like he started viewing them as his daughters more and more rather than just this AI project. And it was honestly really sweet to see. And I think the long drive was definitely a big part of that. It was really cute.
It has perhaps unlimited potential not yet realized, but the only way any of this is possible is because of her creator. Vedal consistently talks about how he doesn't think people would watch him as a streamer alone, that he isn't that funny or entertaining, and that he'd just rather watch Neuro so he can drift off into the background to fix her behind the scenes. I'm sure it's his comfort zone and he wishes he could return there sometimes, but not only do I think he is actually undeniably funny and an entertaining streamer all on his own, I believe he genuinely enjoys it. We've gotten to see not only Neuro grow, but also her bashful tsundere father slowly coming out of his shell, thanks to his AI daughters and the friends they've made along the way, encouraging him at every step. After all, it was Annie who helped show him just how much he and Neuro matter to the swarm.
No, this is the only time and I have to contribute to this hype train. It would be nice if we...
Yeah, so, okay. Before we get all into the hype thing, which was great, this was what I was saying earlier, and I want to, like, also, like, say my thoughts on this. Like, I've heard a lot of people say, like, Camila, for example, and now also, what this video mentions it too. Vedal is so fucking funny. Like the flat way he delivers every joke, and also just he's the perfect straight man to anything. And the fact he has the two most chaotic collab partners on Twitch in the twins is so fucking good. His banter with the twins is excellent, and I really, really think he underestimates himself because he is so funny. Especially when paired up with other people. But that's not because of the other people, that's because of him. He has so good chemistry with basically everyone, because he's just the perfect straight man. The twins wouldn't work without him. Indeed. He's so good. And I honestly do believe if he wasn't like part of this, like if he had just stayed in the background, the twins wouldn't have been nearly as big as they are. Because it would lose that like a lot of human element. And also, like, they need someone like him sometimes to, like, act as that straight man. And he's so fucking good at it. Not to mention, again, like, his, like, British humor, there is something to be said about it. I know people say British people don't have humor, but, like, the flat, kind of, like, dead, dry humor of, like, the classic British humor is honestly really funny. Especially when paired with other people. Like, the way he delivers jokes in collabs, so fucking good. I do think he honestly could pull off a solo stream, even though, like, he probably never will, and will always either collab with people or, like, do with the twins. But honestly, I think he could totally do a solo stream. That's my hot take, though. He's a really good streamer, and he puts himself down too much.
We beat the hype train record.
I don't think we can beat the hype train record.
With her rallying the crowd during the subathon,
This
they
moment was
gained so many
so
new
good.
subs, breaking the Twitch hype train record and adding an insane amount of time to the timer.
We did it. We beat
Watching
the
this live was
all-time
incredible.
Twitch hype train record. Thank you very much, Annie.
Yeah, I have that emote too. I contributed a little bit to it as well. So I do have the emote. Where the fuck is my emote? There we go. I want to sit there. I have it too. Haha. Watching this live was incredible. I could not participate in it. It was so incredible. Annie was the perfect hype man. She was doing such an excellent job. If the subathon had ended on this day, it would have been kind of a letdown, but it ended up being like one of the most legendary subathons of all time, in large part because of Annie.
For
I don't
conducting this hype
say.
train. You did. You helped a lot.
And even more importantly, this level of success would not be possible with just AI. Vedal is the one coming up with all of these ideas, working constantly on giving the twins everything he can. He's obsessed with
definitely.
the high quality stream ideas, like the twins floating in space, hitting the corners like DVD logos. He and Evil came up with the legendary court stream where Neuro questioned the dead homeless man. He gave the twins the ability to switch with each other like a news channel, let them message and call their friends all throughout the subathon, change their accents for the pirate stream, changes their outfits for audio in different environments, like giving Neuro a little snorkel while they play Subnautica.
That was cute.
Lazy companies and cynical creators wish they could generate endless content farms for infinite revenue while they sit back and do absolutely nothing. But the secret ingredient to Vedal's and Neuro's and Evil's success is this family dynamic, the interaction between human and AI, creator and his creations. It's so much more earnest. People know that Neuro and Evil aren't real in that sense of the word, yet they proudly get attached anyways. Turing tests be damned. They're invested in seeing not only the twins grow, but Vedal and his group of friends alongside them. What's more,
That, as you mentioned earlier, the twins wouldn't work without Vedal. Vedal is incredible. The amount of effort he puts in, like amount of passion that he puts into this, is what like drives it. He adds so much human element and care, and it's not just a random AI project anymore, because of how much he cares. It's incredible. Like, I can think of honestly a lot of examples where he has something and he's like, it's not good enough, because he really cares and he wants to do everything. Like, he could 100% leave Neuro running. I think he talked about this at some point, I can't remember when, but he could 100% just leave Neuro running 24/7. He could just do that, and he would earn tons of money probably for very little effort, but he doesn't want to, because that would feel like slop. Like, he wants to like make streams feel fresh, make it good content. And I really appreciate that part of him, of how much he cares. Yeah, latency is also like a big one. He keeps trying to improve everything. Honestly, I think he's a perfectionist. But he cares so much. Not to mention the fact he could have sold Neuro for like so fucking much money, but he never will, because at the end of the day, like, they're his, right? He's their dad. And he truly cares. And that is honestly what makes Neuro so special. Like, it's not the funny banter or the, or like anything. As this video mentions, what really makes Neuro special is Vedal. The family dynamic, Vedal's care, Vedal's everything. Vedal is what makes all of this work. And I think Vedal, like, puts himself down too much, because I think he truly is incredible. And honestly, he's, like, he is very much an inspiration for me. Like, if I were to note down my biggest inspiration in life, I would probably honestly say Vedal. So yeah. I mean, I am also studying software engineering, so yeah. And he's like one of the most impressive coders that I can think of, just from like the sheer amount of care he puts into it.
Real than anything, what's undeniable is the love of the Swarm. They're the most dedicated fan base,
Yes.
no matter what the streamer awards say.
The fucking Streamer Awards. I am so salty. How the fuck did we lose? Least dedicated community, I swear. Honestly, I've now uploaded, like, I uploaded my reaction to Never, and like, I am a tiny channel, right? Like, I regularly have 5 viewers. I am a tiny channel. It's basically just my friends and occasionally a few random people that watch me. And this is my first proper video on that channel, not counting like a short I made like a while ago. And like, the Swarm just like finds it somehow. I'm not sure how. I'm a tiny channel. How the fuck did they find me? I get more views than I've ever seen, and they're just like, they're so supportive. Like, I have gotten like hateful comments before, but like on my biggest video ever, there's tons of extremely supportive comments from the Swarm. It is so overwhelming how supportive the Swarm is. There's no fucking way we lose this year. I object. Like, what the amount of stuff we've done since the last year, like the fucking hype train, sending plushies to space because an AI girl asked us to, like, the list goes on and on. The amount of fan art we produce, the amount of like, the Swarm is one of the most positive communities on the internet, and I think every single raid the Swarm has ever done just shows it. Like, Vedal will raid a random streamer, and that streamer's career is now like through the sky, because the Swarm just supports everything. They're the best community I've ever seen in my life. And this is like one of the, like, a very big channel, so that's generally incredible. Pay Someone's Hospital Bill once too. I don't remember that, but yeah, I'm not shocked with how the Swarm is. Like, there's no fucking way we lose again. If we lose the most dedicated community this year, I will riot. There's no way. Honestly, I'm shocked we lost, like, we haven't won before, because it feels so obvious the Swarm is supposed to win that. Complete at least 2 goals, subathon goals in minutes. Right, yeah. The fucking hype train, like, was insane. I think that goes to show a lot how dedicated this community is. They're just so supportive.
But we can all see it. This turtle loves his AI daughters,
Yeah.
and the journey they've been on
soon,
together.
but
I mean, just look at this smile while singing with the #1 AI VTuber in the world.
he'll never forget this moment. I'm kind of sad, like, the chat keeps, like, what was so pushy on it, because I feel like they put him off from doing it again. But it was a really, really sweet moment, and honestly, no matter what he says, this was a great cover, and I think he puts himself down too much. Because honestly, this was such a good moment, and I think like people were very genuinely supportive of it. I think people really enjoyed it. I certainly did. I believe I was there live. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe I was. And yeah, I remember it was just way better than I had expected. We were? Hey, I remember right. My memory is not very good.
No matter what you do, I'll stay. This isn't up to
This
you.
was such a cute. I'm sad he never did again. I can understand it. Like, it's not something for everyone, but yeah. This is a really good video. And it was really fun to like look back at the history of Neuro. Let me give you a little sub. If I can click the fuck. Okay, there we go. I can click the button. It was really fun looking back at the history. There's a lot of it that I remember surprisingly well. There was also some stuff I didn't, but like the amount of like just like fun moments. Neuro has so many good clips. And I do agree with a lot of his comments on it. Most notably, Vedal is amazing. I cannot emphasize this point enough. If Vedal ever hears this, you're amazing, and just don't put yourself down, and the swarm loves you. And also, another big takeaway, evil is cute. Shut up, yet. I think, yeah, so go subscribe to Creative every day. That was a really well put together video. I think you did an excellent job at covering Neuro's history. I can't honestly think of any major moments that you didn't put in. And yeah, it was really fun. I hope this reaction went over well. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else to say. So chat, please bonk me if I did a stupid and there's something more I should do. But thank you. I still can't believe I misclicked the subscribe button 5 times. How the fuck does a person do that? I kept adjusting my mouse and still misclicked.